Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Pat Brock, and we are here on the campus of the East Lawrence Falcons. We got the head cross-country coach with us, Mr. Wesley Tanner. How are you, Coach?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good to see you. Looks like everybody's working hard here in the weight room.
We are. This is our first year working in the weight room with the cross-country team.
Tell us what's changed from last year and then into this year, sir.
We are, like we're doing in here, trying to focus more on strength training, flexibility. We do some yoga, which is something we didn't do last year.
That is new.
We have a lot of new runners coming out, middle schoolers and high schoolers that are coming out for the first time. And so I'm really excited for where this program is going.
And that's good. And because you're a runner yourself and you run cross country, how is it for you coaching this sport and have been participating in this sport for years?
Well, I can sympathize with them when they get out there and it's still 90 degrees here getting into October. I can definitely sympathize with them. And I can give them the tips with breathing and the little things that they might not realize as a runner that make a difference.
That's right. And so you're incorporating weightlifting and yoga. Tell us why.
Well, the flexibility with yoga and the strength training, both of those help avoid injury. One of the biggest issues with cross-country runners is if you go too hard without doing the strength training, without doing the flexibility training, you're more prone to injury.
And how were you last year on the injury level?
We had, not last year, but the year before, our best runner was out with a back injury.
Oh.
And so I've been trying to incorporate more things that help us avoid those injuries.
And you've got middle schoolers here too, so you're coaching the cross-country middle school team. Tell us about them.
The middle school is great. I have runners that are stepping up and practicing with the high school, wanting to be on that level, running the distance that the high schoolers are running. And so that's really encouraging to see the middle schoolers stepping up like that.
That's right. And they're starting at that age so that when they do transition to high school, they'll know your coaching style and they'll already know what that expectation is.
Exactly.
Now, how many guys do you have on the team?
We have 4 with the high school that are coming out consistently, and we always have runners coming out that want to do some extra conditioning for wrestling, basketball, and several other sports.
And what is it, Coach, that you think needs to be done to kind of get the students wanting to take part in cross country? What do you think needs to be done? What kind of public service announcement needs to be made to encourage them?
I try my best whenever I can to find some activities that make the running fun. Just yesterday we played tag.
Did you?
Yeah. So I'm always trying to find ways to make the running fun instead of just doing the same thing every day.
Because it can be very monotonous.
Right, exactly.
Running.
Yeah.
Running. 3.1 miles, is that right?
3.1 miles.
All right. And so from the meets that have taken place, tell us how they've done.
We've only been to one major meet so far. We went to an invitational at Jones County. That was the Greyhound Invitational. We had one runner that I think set a PR for this year at least. Trey Mills set a good time for himself as a good benchmark to start the season. And I think that was a very good place for us to start.
Yeah. And that's good. How many runners do you have coming back from last year that you've been working with for quite some time?
We had many leave last year as seniors, so we have a lot of new ones that are coming out, but they're showing a lot of promise.
That's good. And speaking of that promise, you're going to get the opportunity to meet these young men in just a few minutes. We're going to also let them meet the middle school too. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Very good. Well, we appreciate all the hard work that you do and how you pour into these young men, and also being the tennis coach in the spring.
Right.
So you don't stop, really?
No, I stay busy.
All right, very good. Good to see you, Coach.
Thank you. You too.
Coach Wesley Tanner, ladies and gentlemen, head coach here, Cross Country Boys. All right, now it's your opportunity to meet these young men that Coach Tanner was talking about. And we got a couple of middle schools with us that are eager to speak with us. Connor, you and I have done this before, so we're going to let you start so you can show them how it's done, okay? Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go for it.
Hello, my name is Connor Tanner. I'm in 6th grade. I go to East Lawrence Middle School. My parents are Kevin and Sabrina Tanner. I go to Rock Springs Baptist Church, and I'm involved with the youth. I'm doing soccer, cross country.
Rec baseball. Were you still doing rec baseball?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What about Brianna? What about your sister?
She does soccer, and softball.
Very good. Now, Connor, you've always been very active, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think about all these sports that you play?
It's fun.
It's fun. And now you're running
Yes,
cross
ma'am.
country. Now, what made you decide to want to do this? As if you don't run enough. What made you decide to want to run cross country? You just like running?
I just like running.
And so for you guys run like how many miles?
2 miles.
And how do you do? How have you been doing with that?
Good. My best time is 17 minutes.
Wonderful. And now who do you get all of this athleticism from? Where does this come from?
I really don't know.
Oh, so not from your mom or dad or grandparents or great-grandparents? So it all started with you, perhaps? Okay, good to see you, sweetie. All right, sir. How are you?
Good.
All right, talk to us.
My name is Jamie Cox, and I'm in the 7th grade. I do wrestling and cross country.
Very good. Now, how long have you been wrestling?
2 years.
2 years. And tell us about your family.
My mom is Ashley Paul, and my stepdad is Jonathan Paul.
All right, very
I
good.
have a twin brother and sister, Camry and Kason Paul, and a brother, Nathan Paul.
So you've got a big family, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, where do you fall in that category as far as your age? Are you the oldest?
Yes, ma'am.
You're the
I'm the
oldest.
oldest.
Now, how does it feel being the big brother? Are you a good big brother?
Yes, ma'am.
You help out around the
Yes,
house?
ma'am.
All right, so now you guys are running cross country.
Yes, ma'am.
What's this been like for you?
Good.
Good. What do you like about it?
Endurance.
The endurance. Now, have you always been a good runner, or are you kind of getting better as time goes by?
I'm getting better.
You are. All right. Now, Coach Tanner was talking about how he's got you guys in the weight room, and you guys are doing yoga. All right? Now, you two don't look like the yoga type. Have you done yoga before, or has this been your first time?
This is my first time.
What do you think about yoga and how it helps you as an athlete?
It gets me calm from after we run.
Now, when you finish running, how are you feeling?
Tired.
But you finished the race, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, listen, fellas. So you're out here, you're working with the high schoolers. What's that experience been like for you?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Now, they run a little more, so this is really preparing you for when you get to high school, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so when you guys are not running cross country, when you're not wrestling, when you're not playing all the other tens of thousands of sports that you play, what do you like to do for fun?
Mud bog.
What?
Mud bog.
What is mud bog?
Where you put a fool in a mud hole.
And you get bogged down?
Yes, ma'am.
And so where's the fun in that? What are you doing? Getting out of the mud?
Yes, ma'am.
Really? That's a sport?
I guess.
Just an activity, right?
Yes,
And it's
ma'am.
called mud bog.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What about you?
Well, we get rakes and stuff at where my house is, and we rake roads, and then we get in there with my trailer and my golf cart, and trees that's fell, we get them out.
Wait a minute. So you're still working. So you're working no matter what then, I see, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So your mama and daddy have you working even on your off time.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do when you just want to relax? You don't mud bog?
No, ma'am. Now, when it's raining, I do.
When it's raining, you do. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Well, listen, it's a pleasure meeting both of you. We're proud of you. We're proud of the work that you've already accomplished and what you're yet to accomplish, okay? All right. This is Connor and Mr. Jamie Cox. Thank you.
Portions of this program are brought to you in part by Dale Nifong, your State Farm insurance agent, located just off Hillcrest at 103 Darsa Drive in Dublin. Call for a quote today.
Real people, steel people. Professionals demand dependability on the job. Homeowners expect long-lasting value. And servicing steel dealers provide friendly, knowledgeable support. Right now, pick your power, fuel, or battery, and get a great value on a steel blower, starting at just $129.95. Get yours now, only at your local steel dealer. Visit steeldealers.com or search STIHL.
Cullen Supply and Engine Service, your steel dealer at 826 South Harris Street in Sandersville and 910 East Jackson in Dublin.
All right. We've got two more runners with us today, and they're going to introduce themselves. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The floor is all yours. Talk to us.
My name is Ben Brantley. I'm in 8th grade in East Lawrence Middle School. I run cross country and play soccer. My parents are Mark and Holly Brantley, and my stepdad is Rodney Manley. He's the sports editor at the Courier Herald in Dublin.
Very nice. Oh, I've emailed your daddy many times.
Really?
Yes. And so, out of the two sports that you play, which one is your main?
I love to play soccer the most. I have a makeshift soccer field in my
No,
backyard.
you do not.
Yes, ma'am.
That is awesome. Now, how long have you been playing soccer?
I've been playing soccer since maybe I was a little kid, 8, 9, around that area.
And what position do you play?
I like to play right wing. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Then I get to play on offense and defense.
Yeah.
So I get to help both sides of the field.
That's good. And Ben, you've got to be in good shape to play soccer, man.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, and cross country is one of those things that really helps you.
Yes,
and so
ma'am.
tell us about your times of playing running cross country. Tell us about that.
It's definitely not one of those things you just go out and do.
No.
It's definitely one you have to train for, and
Right.
if you're not, you're probably going to get left behind, but
Yeah.
it's
been good for you, though?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, here you are, you say that you're practicing and you're running with the high schoolers.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us what's that like to be here with your upperclassmen.
It's crazy being in 8th grade and running with the high school. It kind of makes you feel like you're on top of the world.
Yeah.
When you beat a few of them.
Yeah, all right. And two, this is preparing you for high school, so
Yes,
what
ma'am.
better way than to do this? So this is wonderful. All right, young man, you ready? All right, talk to us.
My name's Jalen Rose. I'm in the 8th grade. I play basketball and cross country.
Tell us who your family is.
My mom and my mom named Serena Fluke and my dad named Scott Rose.
All right, very good. Now listen, when you see these older guys out here competing, how does that make you feel to see you out here practicing with them?
Good.
It's good. And so you're a basketball player too, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm trying to guess what position you are, but I'm kind of thinking. What position are you?
I don't know.
Do you handle the ball much?
No, ma'am.
Shooting?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Very well could be a shooting guard. And so, running out here, you guys run how many miles? 2 miles. 2
Yes, ma'am,
miles.
2 miles.
Now, have you always been a runner? Have you always liked to run?
Yes, ma'am.
Really? Now, how long would you say you've been a runner? Since you were little?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
good. That's good. And so, the coach said he's got you guys out here. You're lifting weights, obviously, but you're also doing yoga.
Yes, ma'am.
What's up with that yoga? Tell us what that has done for you as an athlete.
It's definitely, I don't actually do yoga with them. I haven't yet.
You haven't done it yet, but have you done yoga with them yet? How's it been for you?
Good.
It's been good. Making you very flexible, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And your endurance, like you're talking about endurance, that is absolutely necessary for sports. And so how's your endurance been? Have you been able to complete the 2 miles with no problem?
No, ma'am.
Oh, you've been having some problems. What's been some of the issues you're having to work on?
I get tired too easy.
Okay. About how far along do you get tired too easy?
Like 1.5 miles.
And now, okay, you see your teammate right here.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do to motivate him when he gets tired at that 1.5 mile mark? What do you do, or what can you say to motivate him?
You pat him on the back and tell him you only got, 1.5 miles mark? You have half a mile left to go. And
Yeah.
you push yourself till you get there.
You can get there. Very good. And it's important that you all are communicating with one another as a team, and that you are pushing you to get to that next level. And so out of all of this stuff here, what do you like the most?
Out of the weight room,
Yeah.
I definitely love running the lap.
Yeah, really?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you're born to run, all right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
what about you?
The lap.
The lap. So you guys love running, you love what you're doing, you love being active, and this is something you think you'll continue through high school?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So we look forward to seeing you guys out there, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Keep running. Don't give up. Thanks, Jalen. You did good. Good to see you. Thank you. Well done. All right, now you just had the opportunity to meet the middle schoolers. Now it's time to meet the high school cross-country runners, and we've got 2 with us here that are definitely doing more than running cross-country. All right, fellas, we've been talking a little bit offline. Now it's your opportunity to share with the people out there of Dublin-Lawrence County. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell us all about you and your family and things that you're involved in, okay, sir?
My name is Logan Spires. I go to East Lawrence High School. I play cross country, basketball, and my parents are Steve Riley and Kimberly Williams.
Very good. Now, what grade are you in?
10th grade.
All right, Logan. And so your main sport is basketball, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell us about your basketball career.
Well, I play AAU basketball where we travel around state. We go to like Daytona and stuff like that. And I play point guard.
Nice. Let me high five you right here on air. That's my position. And so how long have you been doing AAU?
I've been doing it for 3 years.
All right. Now, are you playing for the school yet?
No.
So you just prefer AAU? You think you'll ever want to play for East Lawrence?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to try out this year. That's why I'm doing cross country.
That's going to be good for you. And so tell us about this cross country, man. How long have you been running cross country?
This is my first year.
Yeah? What do you think about it?
It hurts.
I believe it. 3.1 miles all at one time.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how's your time been? Have you been getting better with your time?
I've been doing pretty good, but lately I am drinking some of them sodas now.
Okay, you're going to have to lay off of them.
Yes, ma'am.
That's where the cramps come in, right? And so here it is, you guys out here, you're working hard. And so your decision to run cross country, is it because of basketball, wanting to stay in shape?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and it's been working pretty well for you?
Yeah.
How's it been with Coach Tanner?
Yeah, he's a cool coach. I like him.
Yeah, he's cool. You know, he's a runner too. Does he ever come out here and run with y'all?
Nah, he's a little lazy sometimes.
He's gonna fool y'all one day and come out here and put on those running shorts. All right, sir, how are you doing?
Good.
All right, talk to us.
My name is Trey Mills, and my parents are Jamie and Sharon Mills, and I have 2 other siblings, and their name is Kate and Payne Mills.
All right, are you the big brother, or where do you fall?
I'm in the middle child.
You're the middle child. All right, and so what other sports besides cross country are for you?
I play tennis. I travel around the state just like Logan, and
tell us about this experience with, I mean, you both travel all around in playing sports. Tell us about how this experience has been for you.
I mean, it's been fun, but it gets boring after a while because you're always in the car driving.
Always
or
in
riding.
the car? But so what's your main sport?
Tennis.
It is tennis.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do you play for the team here at East Lawrence?
I do. I'm first singles.
Oh, first singles.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
nice. Now, do you have any any wins under your belt?
Yes, ma'am. I do. But my hardest team is probably Dodge County.
Oh,
Yes,
Dodge
ma'am.
County Indians. I had
Yes,
trouble with
ma'am.
them in the 80s. All right. So now running cross country. Now, how long have you been running cross country?
This is my first year of high school, but in middle school I ran the 1 year. So yes, ma'am.
And so what's the difference do you see in high school cross country as opposed to running middle school cross?
It's harder.
It is hard.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it because that extra mile
Yes,
or
ma'am.
so?
It is. It makes a difference.
Yeah. And so what do you do yourselves to kind of really prepare yourself for that run?
Drink lots of water. It helps you with not getting cramps and everything.
This one right here?
Yes, ma'am.
Need help, this one right here?
Yeah, he does. He needs some help.
And so tell us about any kind of clubs that you're involved in school.
I'm in FFA.
Are you? Future
Yes.
Farmers of America. Now,
Yes,
what do
ma'am.
you learn from that?
I learned that agriculture is important to everyday life.
That's right. Now, do you farm at home?
My grandparents do.
Yeah. Do you help out with them?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do on the farm?
He's not really a big farmer, but I'll help out in the garden because he's got cancer, and he runs out of breath easy.
Yeah.
So I had to help him
That's
out
good
a
that
lot.
you're there
Yes, ma'am.
for him, and blessings to your grandfather, okay? And what about you? What kind of clubs are you involved in?
I'm not involved in any clubs.
You're just keeping it sports related
Yes, ma'am.
and
Yes, I'm too
academics
busy.
and
Yes,
academics.
ma'am.
And tell us about your grades. I mean, you know, high school, like you say, it's a big transition coming from middle school. How are your grades? How's school been for you?
Oh, they're good, but math, that'd be killing me, man.
Math is like the devil, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be sinning.
Now, do you ever take the opportunity to get tutors to kind of help you with that?
No, ma'am.
You should consider that, getting a tutor. What about you? Tell us about your academics.
They're doing good right now, but science right now is just giving me a hard time.
Science is the
Yes,
devil for you?
ma'am.
Lord, have mercy. Math and science. All right, well, listen, you know, there are plenty of opportunities for you guys to get tutors to kind of keep those grades up, especially when you're playing sports, because you want to make sure
ma'am.
that you're obtaining this knowledge and understanding what you need to do in the classroom so that when you're out here doing the sports, you won't have any kind of issues with that, right? All right, well, it's been a pleasure to meet both of you. All right, we look forward to seeing you out there running, right? And not giving out of breath from drinking sodas. All right, good to see you and bless you and your family. Thank you, fellas.
0% financing, and we'll just add it to your bill. Start saving today. It only makes sense. The City of Dublin Natural Gas.
Choose the convenience of Neighbors Express and get friendly, courteous service every time you visit any of our convenient locations. Fill up with pay at the pump and take advantage of our bigger and better selection of beverages and tobacco products. Buy 12 packs of Pepsi products, 2 for $6.99. Enjoy the popular crushed ice with your favorite fountain drink. Also enjoy a fresh, hot breakfast. Stop by for lunch or dinner. It's always fresh, always convenient at Neighbors Express. Now located at I-16 and 441 and in Cedar Grove, providing farm fuel for all our customers. Count on the convenience of Neighbors Express.
Getting the opportunity to meet these young men has been really great, just to kind of find out a little bit about their background and other things that they're involved in. We've got the captain with us today that's going to share with us, and this young man here who just happens to be a little cooler than everybody else. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing very well. This is your opportunity, okay?
Yes,
we
ma'am.
want you to share with everyone about you and your family and things that you're involved in here at East Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go right ahead.
Okay. My name is Khalil Davis.
All right.
I'm a junior at East Lawrence High School.
Mhm.
My parents are Mauricia Holmes and Ben Davis. I'm in FBLA, TSA, and NRAC Club, and I also play tennis and run track.
Very nice. So you're quite involved. Now, have you always been involved like this?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you're in these different clubs. Now, these clubs usually teach you like a very sound things. What are you learning by being in all these clubs?
I'm an officer in NRAC. I am the parliamentarian, and it's teaching me that I need to work harder as a leader to help everybody else in the club.
Very good. Now, do you consider yourself a leader already?
In a way, I do, but being an officer, it helping me to become a better leader.
That's good. That's good. And so you're involved in clubs. You're involved in several sports.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Which one is considered your main sport?
I have been doing cross country and tennis at around the same time, so I consider those two my main ones.
Very good. And what do you think about all this running, Khalil?
It's definitely hard, but it's teaching me to persevere and push myself to become better.
That's good. Have you seen your time improve through the years?
Yes, ma'am. I ran a PR last year.
And tell us what that is.
21:49.
Very good. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All right. All right. We've got the captain here with us, eager to share. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing very well. Talk to us.
Well, my name is Payne Davenport. I'm a senior this year at East Lawrence High School. My parents are Scott and Sarah Davenport, proud Falcons. I'm captain of the cross country and wrestling teams, and I also run track and play golf.
Wow. The captain. Very nice. And I know your parents. We know your parents very well. And so tell us about your involvement in different things. How has that been, that experience?
Well, I've wrestled for 8 years now, and that's really taught me integrity, strength, definitely pushing through barriers, both mentally and physically. And I'm in Beta and the Ambassadors Club at East Lawrence as well, and those really push the
thing is what you're learning. I
Yes.
mean, you're in such leadership roles already, and you've been doing certain things for years. And so that's giving you so much experience and so much that you can share with everybody else. Would you say that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so what is your main sport?
Wrestling.
Wrestling. Now, I don't think I've ever seen a wrestling match with you in it. And so tell me how wrestling matches go.
Well, let me describe for you the ring.
Right.
Okay, you have a referee, two combatants.
Yep.
I guess I should say combatants. All right. 2 circles, inner circle and outer circle. Outer circle is out of bounds. Inner circle is just where the starting position and how you line up.
Right.
So you start, blow the whistle, and for high school, it's 3-minute rounds.
3 minutes. And what is your job to do? To pin the other?
Points, and the goal is pin.
Is to pin.
Pin first, point second.
And how's your 8-year season been? Your 8-year career been?
Yeah. Well, I was a bit of a fat kid when I started out, so I really wasn't good, but progressively I've been good, and I plan to be a state champ this year.
Awesome, and we're looking forward to that. All right, now, so you two are considered upperclassmen, so there's a lot of expectations that are put on you, all right? And as we're looking around here, there are middle schoolers that you all are working with, you're training with them, you run with them at least once a week, they come to your meets. Tell us what kind of example do you feel that you are setting so that the younger runners can see and emulate?
Well, whenever we're training at practice, Coach Tanner usually wants to push ourselves even when he's not seeing us. And usually we try to, but sometimes we fall up short. But when we see him and he telling us to push it harder, I feel like the upperclassmen, we have to show initiative and do it so we can show that if we can do it and we got to run longer than them, that they can be able to do it too.
That's right. Very good. What about you, sir?
Well, definitely 2 examples. First of all, an integrity example.
Right.
You have to be a strong, sounded individual and beyond reproach, I suppose you should say. But second of all, definitely as a captain as well, don't walk. Make sure you push the middle schoolers. That they do get tired too. We all get tired, but always you should be pushing yourself to greater heights.
That's right. That's right. And all eyes are on you guys because they are expecting you to be above that curve of where you see the younger runners. And so, after high school, man, what are you doing, Mr. Captain?
I plan to go off to UGA and eventually, after all my schooling, become an oral surgeon.
Look at you, man. Everybody's going to be coming to you. All right. That's a great school. That's a great career choice. And you, once he's gone, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to be one of the seniors here, and so you're going to have to be able to handle things.
Yes, ma'am.
And you seem as though you're going to be capable.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
It's been a pleasure to meet you,
All
too.
right, and you as well, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, this young man here to my right has been waiting all day long to share with us. Jonathan, now the floor is yours, man. Are you ready to talk to us and tell us all about you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go for it.
All right. My name is Jonathan Knight. This is my first year doing cross country. I have attended other sports, but I mean, they ain't go out so good. So this year, I'm working on my stamina and other things for basketball, you know. I might play football next year. I don't know. But in school-wise, I ain't never played basketball last year because of my grades.
Right.
This year, I'm on the team. My grades good. Everything all right. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
But yeah, my mother named Regina. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
My daddy name, Joe Knight. He died in a car accident. Rico, what's up, stepfather? Hey.
Let me just ask you this, Jonathan. I mean, when I think when I first came in here, I mean, your personality was like up here. I mean, that's so cool. Now, and I'm quite sure that you are one of the people that keeps the morale going, that you get everyone hyped, you get everyone excited. Do you think you're the hype man for the cross-country team?
If you want to say, I mean, I am who I am.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. That's a good thing. And so tell us about your first year running cross-country. How's it been for you?
I mean, my first day out here, I wanted to quit. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to quit, but I kept pushing, because I knew I had a goal to do. I wanted to play basketball, so built my stamina up. Days passed by, legs still sore, but I'm still getting through it.
You're still getting through it, and basketball season is well on the way, too.
Yes, ma'am.
And so tell us about your team, how your team's been doing.
We've been doing all right. We gotta work better. We gotta build some more stamina. That's all it is. It's not. We have fast runners. We have good runners. You know.
But you've got to have that stamina to endure till the end.
Yes.
Now, when you cross that finish line, what are you feeling, Jonathan?
Feeling like the man. Feeling like the man.
Feeling like the man. Feeling like the man. That's good. And you know, you've got some younger guys here that you all are having to work with. Tell us what things about you are good as a leader to help these other young ones.
Only thing I tell them, keep pushing, pushing. Do what you got to do. Just keep pushing, keep your grades up, stay out the office. Really not too much.
Yeah, yeah. And so for you now, you're going to be playing basketball as well. Now, what position are you?
I'm a center, power forward.
So you can play various positions with basketball.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, and since you haven't been playing for the school, I'm sure you've been playing a lot of street ball.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and so you're going to bring some of that street ball knowledge out here to the East Lawrence Falcons. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. And now, when you're not, you said you're working on your grades, so they're getting better,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. They're better.
And that's good. And you're running cross country. You're enjoying it. You know,
Yes, ma'am.
it gets a little rough.
Yes, ma'am.
But when you get across that finish line, right?
Feel like the man.
You feel like the man. And so listen, we want you to kind of encourage someone else out there, because there's a lot of other guys who want to play for the school in whatever sport that is, but they're having to get their grades up. They're having to get those grades to where they need to be, and they have to actually have the courage to do it.
Yes, ma'am.
To even try out. What would you say to them?
I mean, I thought the same thing. I thought I wasn't gonna be out here. Everybody told me, Joe, this gonna be your last day. This gonna be your first and last day. I told them, no, I'm gonna keep coming. Keep coming. Look where I'm at now, and I'm doing better. I mean, you just gotta put forth an effort. That's all. It's not take much.
And stay with it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So when you're not doing this here, what do you like to do for fun?
The new game, NBA Live, just came out. That's keeping me out of trouble. That's all.
That's right. So whether you're on the field playing basketball, you could be on your couch playing basketball.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. It's been a pleasure to meet you. It's been a pleasure to have you share with us today. We're going to close this show out. It's been so nice to meet these young men, the middle schoolers, talking about where they first started out, and now here they are today, and meeting the varsity squad for the boys cross country. It's been really a pleasure. We're really proud of the work that Coach Wesley Tanner is doing with these young men and how they are growing. Now, Jonathan, we're going to let you close it out for us on your end.
I just want to say come support the Falcons, and yeah, man, come watch us run, man. We doing our thing. That's all. Good to be a Falcon.
Good to be a Falcon. It's a great day to be a Falcon. Thanks,
Yes, ma'am.
Jonathan.
Yes,
all right,
ma'am.
that's all the time we have for Real Talk, ladies and gentlemen, and please keep watching.